Hey guys, this is Christine Till, the marketing mentress, and I have one of Zig Ziglar's famous quotes for you. Now listen to this. Attitude, not aptitude, determines your altitude. I love that quote. Have you thought about that? Yeah, I see so many people get involved with trying to build a business and they are not prepared. They do not have a marketing plan. And when you do not have a marketing plan, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. I'm a big one for using quotes. And Zig Ziglar's quotes have been very motivational for me and helped me in my life. And one of the things I want to do is help other people because I know what it's like to have to struggle and do whatever you can to try and make ends meet today because the cost of living is so expensive, right? And I found a program. It's a program that basically has the whole marketing plan together, all put together in one. And but you have to follow it, you guys. You can't get anywhere without doing something. Yeah, you have to work. You have to put concerted effort into everything you do. And I've been in network marketing since the 1990s. And one thing I learned is everything requires work. If you want to be successful at anything in life, you have to be willing to give it some elbow grease, guys, and work at it. And you can't just join a program and then sit back and wait for it to take charge or to make money for you, or to be successful for you. You need to be of the understanding that everything we do in our lives, if we want to be successful, we need to have a plan and we need to put some concerted effort in. And this program that I found a year ago has been helping me be able to boost my pension. And guys, most seniors do not have the physical strength to go and do a job and work really hard somewhere. And there are a lot of seniors working in warehouses and doing property management, like what my husband and I are doing. We're in our 70s, we're doing property management. And we are so thankful that we are lucky enough to have good health still so that we can do the physical work that's required. Because you not only clean the building all the time, you have to do the repairs and make sure you look after things, make sure that everything's working properly in the building. And you have to get the plumber in when the boiler needs fixing and all that kind of thing. And you have to do all the yard work. There's a lot of physical work that has to be done and a lot of attention needs to be put toward making the building run smoothly so that everybody living here can have a comfortable living and not have to worry about freezing at night when it's in the winter time or cooking during the daytime or all the time in the summertime when it gets really hot. So one of the things that I've looked for the last 13 years, and I was laid off my last job, guys, when I was 61. And for the last 13 years, I've looked for things that were done for me, things that were digital, because I realized I had to go online and build a business online. There was no way I could go and do a job working for somebody else. That would be too hard on my body, right? But if I just have to get up and go into my office and work from home, that makes a lot more sense to me. And I can do all kinds of things online now because I've learned them, right? I have no tech. I'm not a techie person, but I can learn stuff, right? If you have no tech and you've been letting that hold you back and you've been looking at your pension and seeing how small that pension is and how hard it is to make ends meet, be able to pay for your groceries and all your bills, it's wonderful to know that there's an online program that you can go to and be able to support yourself and supplement your pension, guys. So what is it you don't want? What is it you don't want anymore? You don't want any more of no money in the bank, or you don't want any more of not being able to put gas in your car, or not be able to spend time with family because you have a job still. If you're lucky enough to still have a job, you still need to start thinking about what you're going to do to supplement your pension, right? Because the job won't be there forever. Yeah, a lot of people have discovered that. And our two oldest boys have both discovered that their jobs are not forever jobs, and they were both laid off their jobs in their early 50s, right around the age of 50. And then it's a dickens of a time to try and find another job. Yeah. So it's not just in our family, it's lots of other people that have been affected that way. So what are you going to do? What have you got that you can do to be able to boost your pension and prepare for your retirement years? Think about it. I had to finally bite the bullet and realize that I needed to go online and do something from an online standpoint. And you'll see here that I've got on my screen a program. It says, let's get started. It's a 30-day marketing program. And I do not have the rights to show you the whole program. I just wanted to introduce you to it. It's part of the program that I bought back in, and I joined up with it a year ago, this last September. So it was in September of 23 that I joined this program. And guys, it works. I have no tech, and I've been able to supplement my pension with this program. And I know that anybody can do it. If I can do it and I'm in my 70s, anybody can do it. But one of the key things, the training that we have in here is phenomenal, ongoing training every day. And that's what you need. You need to look for something that is going to provide ongoing training for you so that you can have insights and updates and upgrades. And we live in a digital age now. We live in an age when we need to be thinking about what we can do to push ourselves forward, right? Move ourselves forward. And we do need to push ourselves a little bit, because just getting involved with the program isn't going to go anywhere unless we put a little bit of effort into that, right? It takes a good concerted effort. So this program has a 30-day training and tips for what we can use to move forward and to be able to build a business around what we're doing online. And if you have this program, you get access to all kinds of training. So this one says, let's get started, 30-day market. So this is a 30-day marketing plan. It's a whole program put together. And so there's a laid out guide for what we do each week. Yes, so there's a sort of a theme for each week to work on. And you keep doing this over and over and over until it starts working for you. I've always been taught all my life that you need to put some really good, hard, concerted effort into everything, especially at the beginning. When you first start working on a new project, you need to just put in extra effort. We're taught in this program that if you just do 2 hours a day, you can work it into getting daily pay, right? But that happens if you are putting in good concerted effort for those 2 hours. One of those 2 hours is doing a TikTok live. And I can't tell you how many people I've spoken to who said, I'm never going live. I'm never going to do a live. Yeah. And if that is your attitude, you're going to stay stuck in one spot. You're not going to be able to progress very fast. So eventually we have to go live in order to be able to build a business online. And that's what I discovered. When I first got started, I realized that I needed to find a way to muster up some courage and go live, right? And here I am. I'm a boomer and I'm going live every day, 6 days a week. I don't go live on Sunday because that's my Sabbath day. And that's my family day. We have 17 grandchildren and 8 children. They're scattered all over North America, and none of them live close to where we live in Alberta, right? So in order for us to go and visit family, we need to hop on a plane. What does a plane cost? Lots. That's one whole pension check pretty much for both of us to go round trip to go visit one of our families. So this program, when I found it, it was perfect because I can supplement our pension so that we can be able to afford to go and visit family. And that's huge for us. It's been huge for us to be able to go and visit family. Some of our families we haven't visited for over 6 years. So in order to move forward, we have to put some effort into it, concerted effort. It's not, okay, I'll do a little bit today. Oh, I'm too tired today. The next day you go, I'm too tired today. The next day, oh, I better put some more work in. Oh, so you put a little work in. And then the next day you say, oh, I'm too tired. That I'm tired does not cut it, guys. It does not cut it, guys. You have to be of the understanding that attitude, not aptitude, determines altitude. Okay? And I loved Zig Ziglar with some of the things that he trained, well, pretty much everything he trained people on and spoke about resonated with me anyway. And I really appreciate. Another one of his quotes, his famous quotes is, when you do the things that most people won't do, when you don't feel like doing them, you will have the things that most people won't have. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, I've kept that on the bottom of most all my emails. That is my most favorite quote. And the next one is, attitude, not aptitude, determines your altitude. We have to control our mind all the time. If we are not controlling our mind will run amok. Everyone, even the most successful people, everyone has this negative voice that niggles at you. Oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you're going to fail. Oh, it's not going to work. That has to be dealt with every day by no matter who you are. You're going to be getting that negative little voice. You have to learn how to shut that little negative voice up completely every day. And I do it too. I have to visit that every day and find positive things to focus on. So what is it that you want? You know what you don't want, right? You don't want no money in the bank. You don't want to have to pay bills and have no money to pay bills, right? You want to be able to have money in the bank. You want to be able to have money to pay your bills. You want to be able to have time to visit with family. You want to be able to have time to go on a vacation. You want to be able to have money to take that vacation you've been putting off for years. You want things. You need things, but you won't ever get things if you always keep wallowing in the have-nots, right? I was taught from a young child how important it is to control our minds. I was raised on the ranch. We would get up early in the morning, and there would be like almost 15 to 17 people sitting around that breakfast table. Yeah, because we had a bunch of hired men. There were 6 of us kids. There was mom and dad, and usually a gas truck driver that came to fill our fuel tanks out in the barnyard. And they would always get invited in for whatever meal was being served at the time they were there, right? So, but if us kids came to that kitchen and we're going to go to sit at that breakfast table and we had a grouchy face, my mom would point down the hall and she'd say, go to your room till you can find your smile. And when you can find your smile, you can come back and have breakfast with us. She didn't have time to fool around with grouchy kids in the morning. We learned that we got up in the morning, we made a decision. Yes, you make a decision to be happy and to be cheerful and to smile. And you come up to breakfast with a smile on your face. And it only had to happen to us one time. Mom would send us to our room one time, and we learned big time. That one experience taught us that if we wanted to have hot breakfast, we went and found our smile as soon as we got up in the morning. And because when you got back to that table, most everybody had finished eating breakfast. They'd left the table, and there was just a bit of leftover cold breakfast that you had to make a meal from, right? Big lesson learned, huge lesson learned. So to this very day, I make a decision every day to get up in the morning and be cheerful, and have a smile on my face, find things I can say and do to help other people be cheerful as well. And it's all about how many people I can help every day. How many people can I help? And I might be in the lowest and deepest of doldrums in my mind, and my that negative voice is trying to pull me down. I will not listen to that voice. I do not listen to that negative stuff. I always focus on how many people I can help. Who can I help today? Yeah, because where's all that negative thinking going to get you? It's going to get you to a nervous breakdown one day. So what good is that? Here's something about nervous breakdowns I've learned. Yes, so listen up, guys. If you feel like you're so stressed that you're on the verge of a nervous breakdown, think again, because you make a decision. Everybody that's had a nervous breakdown, I have a friend who's a psychologist, and he coaches people and works with people. He's a doctor, and he helps them work through mental and nervous breakdowns. Okay. And he has said to me, everybody that has had a nervous breakdown that he has ever counseled or coached or worked with has made a decision at some point in their life to give up. Oh, I can't do this anymore. Oh, I just can't do. And that's when your mental breakdown happens or your nervous breakdown happens. And when you have that nervous breakdown, you have let go of the control of your mind, right? And that negative voice runs amok. Yeah. And you will never, ever be able to heal to your full strength of mind again. He's told me that he's worked with thousands of patients, and every single time they end up on meds and they end up with another nervous breakdown or another nervous breakdown. Yes, because once that you let go of this of that strength of your mind and controlling your mind, it's easier to happen the second time and easier the third and even easier the fourth. There are people who have multiple nervous breakdowns because they've given up control. It's all about giving up. And when I heard that, I learned right away that I was never going to have a nervous breakdown. I was going to be strong of mind. I was going to control my negative side that always niggles at everybody. And I was going to follow my positive side and always think positively, find things to be smiling about and to be cheerful about and people that I can help, right? When you lose yourself in the service of your fellow men, you actually lose yourself in the service of your God. Yeah, that's a quote from the scriptures. sort of a quote. But I really wanted to leave those thoughts with you today. And if you will get going with this program that I discovered and go through the 30-day market, it walks you right through a whole plan, a whole marketing plan that you go through and take 30 days to run through. And it might take more than one 30-day run. It usually takes 90 days. So our programs always are based around and run around the 90-day programs that we set up in this system. And they're made for non-techie people, guys. You don't have to be techie. I'm not techie, but I can learn stuff, right? If you're not techie, you can probably still learn stuff. So my advice to you is to get going with this program. It's the legacy program. You've got 4 streams of income right away that you have access to. And if you're looking to boost your pension, it's the best thing I've found so far on the net. Yeah. But you have to put a good concerted effort in. The first 90 days are your busiest, hardest working 90 days. I'm Christine Till, the marketing mentress, and I look forward to seeing you there. I'd love to help you.